Hey gang, it's Seth. Happy Tuesday. I want to apologize first. I'm congested, so I hope I don't sniff too much and all that good stuff. I'm going to try something new here. I logged in to do another video today. The first thing I noticed in the top left corner of YouTube, which you should be able to see right here, is this. And even in my maxed out screen, I'm like, I don't know what that is. Something I thought at first it said pizza. I thought the red thing was like the Pizza Hut symbol. So I looked closer, and then it says more than a refugee. So you already know it's just liberal propaganda. Now, it's fake news, so to speak, and I'm starting to lump in YouTube with what I consider the fake news, legacy media, mass media stuff. Now, they do report news on occasion, but in my opinion, for the most part, they will record or they will distribute either whether it's propaganda, disingenuous news, or from a completely biased perspective, or clickbait, just things that are disingenuous. Um, I'll talk about the Tom Robinson thing later, but so I'm doing this live. I made it about 2 seconds in, saw this girl on the bed and realized, oh wow, they're gonna make me feel like crap. So I want to bring refugees because that's the only way to do it is to show girls and women and children. Again, sorry about the sniffling. So I got this going. The first thing I want to point out was that how small and kind of invisible it's meant to be. So I went to the page. The first thing I checked is that they actually have the likes and dislikes available, which is pretty interesting. And then they also have the comments, which is weird, especially because as you can see right now, there's over a 2-to-1 dislike ratio. So let's launch into it. Again, I haven't watched this, no idea what it's about, but at the end of it, you're meant to feel like crap because you need to accept refugees. Just remember that. Oh, the other thing I want to say already I see is right here. Again, let me see, make sure it's on there. Where is it? The Young Turks. Can you see that? I'm kind of in the way. Let me move that up a little bit. This right here. The first video is Young Turks. They're a leftist Islamist sympathizing group funded mainly by Qatar, which I don't know if you know what's going on in the news. Heads up. So that's interesting in and of itself. The Young Turks are pieces of garbage. They slander people. They slandered Sam Harris, Karen Strawn, mocked them, disrespected you if you voted for Trump, especially if you're a woman, you're a piece of garbage, according to whatever that shill's name is. I don't remember. So there's things to look out for. Let's launch into it.
Hi.
Hi.
صباح الخير. Good morning.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
So I met.
Do you see how diverse first that is? That's what's super important because it has to be diverse, or else you're a racist.
This girl.
Ooh. Right here, the Young Turks. There's a shocker. Now, what I would like to see is someone from any side of the center or left go here and participate in this. But they're already getting people who are sympathetic to the cause. So this guy's going to tell you how amazing and uplifting and insightful it is.
Girl Catherine today. She's a remarkable young girl.
Hassan brought us into his temporary home to make us feel welcome.
أنا مريم.
This girl has something.
Fly with Haifa. Not familiar with that. Whatever this is, or who that is, I should say. I'm going to guess based on the outfit that she's Muslim. And because it's a Muslim propaganda tool to guilt you and shame you into allowing them, I'm going to say she's talking about how amazing it is and how we need to.
So special about her.
My
Serbia.
passion is rapping.
The girl raps.
وعمال اقضي وقتي في اني انا بحاول اصنع شيء يسعد الاطفال لان انا انسان لسه عندي قدره على العطاء. انا حاليا بظبط زي النحات بالضبط.
I've been playing football since I was young. Because when
So she's from Uganda. She's a girl playing football. So far, this is just the most randomly thrown together pieces of nothing. Like, if you're not ignorant to the world, you understand that places outside of the U.S. and Africa, South America, the Middle East, Asia, even heck, places in the U.S., they have lower living conditions. So let's see. When you're playing football, you'll be very
When
happy.
you're playing football, you will be very happy. There's a lot of skill there. Will make you even to laugh.
Mariam told me her story.
This is the rapper.
Something that I didn't expect.
Here we go, guys. This is gonna shock you.
حرب كان سيء كتير.
She's in Serbia.
قبل حياتي كانت أحسن من هون بس هلا لا اتغير كل شيء. مدرستي راحت هي سنة راحت.
She missed a year of school for nothing. It wasn't for nothing. I'm gonna assume it was because there was a war-torn country and they couldn't
الفاضي
fund the
فرق.
schools.
من ساعة ما خرجت أنا
So this guy left Palestine, and I don't remember where was he living, in Greece. So he should be extremely thankful.
من ال67.
But also, part of the reason, heads up, people left Palestine is the automatic thing is, oh, because the Jews. They omit the fact that over the course of Israel's founding to today, well, I'm talking about in that immediate time in history, they were attacked several times by a myriad of Muslim-ran countries, which led to the Six-Day War, which, when leading up to an invasion, Israel preemptively struck. And one of the ironies of it is that Palestinians living in Israel have just a great living condition. It's the Palestinians outside who don't want to integrate, who don't want to lower themselves into being brought into Israel and live in the outskirts or live in places in poverty, that are the ones that are, quote, suffering.
فلسطين فقط ببحث عن الحرية والسلام.
All I have been looking for is freedom and peace. Well, you're in Greece.
ما إلي حقوق لا أنا ولا أولادي.
Did I miss something?
How long ago did you?
He has no rights in Greece, not for himself or his children.
لا أنا ولا أولادي.
How long ago did you come here from Sudan?
By the time when I was 14, because those people, they want to kill us, the rebels, we start running. And I left my family all there. I'm just here alone with the stepmom.
كنا عم نمشي ما نمنا بالغابات وأصوات بتخوف يعني كثير شغلات ماي تبعنا والشغلات اللي جبنا معنا كله خلصوا ما وصل.
Uh-oh, here come the tears.
I haven't
You guys
met
should feel like
anyone who went
crap.
through what she went through, yet has so much life.
حلمي كان أن
Those rebels were cis, white, male, probably Christian capitalists like you, or like the ones that you know. You guys should feel like crap because of that. You should be disgusted. Her dream is to become a lawyer, not a rapper
We have to be
anymore.
with the heart like one brother.
We have to beat with the heart like one brother and sister. That's just rhetorical garbage. That doesn't mean anything.
And one sister. We need to share
No, I'm not going to talk about that right now.
ideas together. We need to move together. We need to play together. I will not give up. I will pray.
Yeah, well, we need to move together and pray together and live together. But ironically enough, a good number of the, quote, refugees from these places don't want to. They want to bring their lifestyle here. And this is going to sound heartless to some liberal people, but it's also just going to be common sense to someone who can think. These people right now, as you can see in this, they left a place that's war-torn, and they're here. And this place probably sucks. But they can legally come here, and it's not our responsibility to have our government pay for what's happening here. There are charity organizations. There's the Peace Corps. There's a myriad of places that give support, aid. They go to those places and help. Some just send monetary, some send food, some a combination of those. The problem a lot of people have is the government putting a metaphorical gun to my head, saying, we're going to take your tax money and we're going to do it this. And that's what a lot of people don't like. I would rather have my money go to people that I think it should directly influence, like maybe my kids, who can then maybe get money and donate to these people, or maybe adopt one of these kids growing up, or I don't know. Maybe we could send money to groups there to help them. There's we could send money to build villages for these people instead of just dumping money into organizations and not being accountable for our tax money. There's so many things to do.
The end of my life.
It's important to figure out
what you share as a human being.
Tell your story to the world, and when you do that, so many things change.
مش حيسيبكم إلا لما يطيروا
I'm not going to leave until I make it fly. I'm assuming that's a kite.
في السماء.
Yeah. See? Kids just want to fly kites, and if you don't want it, you're a piece of garbage. Around the world, over 65 million people have been forced from their homes. Each one has a story. Ironically enough, this is the leftist, one of the leftist issues. 10 minutes now, so I'll not try to make this too much longer. You're a piece of garbage if you don't do it. And the other thing that is touted about how Islam is peaceful, tolerant, embracing, and blah, blah, blah. Syria, Greece, the African countries, whether it's Uganda, Somalia, they are closer to Qatar, to Egypt, to Morocco, to Saudi Arabia, to the Arab Emirates, to Kuwait. All of these people, all of these places that we don't have to be involved in could accept these people. But that's not on the agenda. The agenda is to make you feel guilty, make you feel like crap, and make you see these kids and cry, while promoting or ignoring at best these other places that have just as, I mean, you could argue more. Heads up, Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, they have a lot more money than us. They have a lot more room than us. They could bring those people there and have them as workers that would benefit the society, but would also benefit those other individuals trying to flee. But they won't. They limit the amount of workers. They put them on visas that are allow them to ship them in and out and treat them as second-class citizens, not become real citizens. In Qatar, there's what people equate to slavery today. I'll say it's very much on the border, but it's very much indentured servitude. Stories of when you go there to work from these third world countries, they will take away your passports. They do not let you unionize. They do not let you protest. They do not let you dictate your hours. They do not adhere to human rights conditions. And you can't do anything. They will arrest you. They will beat you. They will have you conveniently lost. They will lose your passport. Why don't these places let these people go there? Why do we support those places? Why do we support these allegedly bastions of top peace and tolerance who don't do the same thing for what in a lot of cases are their own people, whether you look at the religious side of it, be it they're Africans or Asians or fellow Muslims or fellow humans. We are the ones who are pieces of garbage, but they don't expect it from the other places that they claim to be these bastions of all of these things. I would rather have my money be more effectively spent on people closer that would do more. If I have $100, hypothetically, and I could give that $100 to someone who can spend 95 of those dollars here to help someone, vice spending it over there where maybe $35 or $40 of that will go through and help that person. Let the people there deal with it. They have the means. That's one of the big ironies of it. It's not like we're saying, hey, other poor person, pay for this. We're not saying crap out this money. There are the amount of wealth flowing through so many of those countries would surprise a lot of ignorant people who don't understand how the Emirates work, how the oil-rich countries work. So you should all feel like crap because of this video. But I'm super curious. And the first picture of that dude.
Brought us into his Hassan brought us into his temporary home.
And today, she's a remarkable young girl.
Hassan brought us into his temporary home to make us feel welcome.
أنا مريم.
ASAP
This
science.
girl has something so special about her.
My passion is rapping.
The girl raps.
وعمال اقضي وقتي في اني انا بحاول اصنع شيء يسعد الاطفال لان انا انسان لسه عندي قدره على العطاء.
Did I miss it?
صباح
Oh, yeah, okay, it was in
الخير.
Greece.
Good morning.
So he's a guy living in Greece who, in my opinion, now I don't know, you flee a war-torn country where you're fearing for the safety and lives of your women and children. Now you have a place you don't have to worry about that, and you're talking about you being not free and living as a second-class citizen, it's kind of stupid. But one other thing, the last thing I'm going to touch on is if you watch some documentaries that are either off to the right or at least objective, look at I'll present some numbers, but the numbers are like 70 to 80% of the refugees fleeing these war-torn countries today are all 14 to 20-year-old men with no women and children. So it's just the irony is thick, and my bullcrap detector is going off every time I see this. It's just meant to guilt and shame you, and I don't know if I would go so far as to say it's propaganda, but if not, you got propaganda here, and it's right under it. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this. Let me quick do my thumbs down right there. And I hope this was slightly entertaining, informational, and let me know about the quality of this. I hope that you'll have a great day. Go easy, gang.